Hey everybody, and welcome. It is me, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seeby. And what's up everybody, and happy Wednesday. And Wednesday, as you know, is always the class that we like to call Picture This. Picture This is when I give you an image, a photograph, a painting, a still of anything, any image, and your job is to write a chorus based on that picture. Now, I spend days sometimes just going through what I type in as thought-provoking images just in Google. And all these images will pop up. Or sometimes my screensaver on my computer, after a while, after you haven't been using it in a while, it starts going to pictures. Some of those pictures I've used as well. They're beautiful. Some of them are so pretty. And they're so thought-provoking. That's the thing. Anything that gets you thinking is definitely a good thing. So, anything that can help you jumpstart some kind of theme if you're writing a song. That's why we do this exercise, because it's so much better than just staring at a blank piece of paper for an hour, especially when you have clients that are looking to you for answers. Now, see, like I have people come here to my home and we write songs together. Maybe they're not songwriters. They're trying to be, but they're mostly really good vocalists, but they're trying to, write their own songs. So they come to me. I help them facilitate that. So they're coming to me for answers about how to do this, right? Well, if I'm sitting there going, I don't know what to write about, they're gonna be like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, right? So I've come up with these little Jedi mind tricks to get me in the mood or get me in a creative flow so that I can write something. Now, everything around us, whether we even realize it or not, subliminally or knowingly, is an influence. Like I've said this before, TV shows, a movie will influence me to write something, subject matter. Sometimes there'll be some really cool, the gist of a movie. And you look at the synopsis of the film and you go, wow, that's a cool premise. I could write a song about that. That's really cool, right? So everything around us, if we know how to tap into it, can really help us on our creative journeys, when we're writing songs or writing just a storyline idea for a song. And I say this every week and I will continue, because it's definitely one of the skeletons of this premise. And that what that is that, the rules are, there are no rules. Well, the only rules that we do have, there are rules. It's got to rhyme. It's got to tell a story, and it's got to make sense to the listener. What do I mean by that? It has to be, even if you translated it to every language in the world, the story idea is still there. So everybody, no matter if it gets transferred to French or, German or Italian or Spanish, doesn't matter, Swahili, the story remains the same, right? Everybody understands the premise of the story, even if it's in a translation. So those are the three rules. It's got to rhyme, it's got to tell a story, and it's got to make sense. That's it. Everything else is entirely up to you. This is your universe. You create whatever you want to say in this, based on of course, based on the picture. All right, so you look at the picture, and I tell you this every week also. I want you to get a pen and paper. I want you to stare at the picture, stare at it. The great thing about YouTube is you can hit the pause button and stare at the picture all day long if you want, right? Stare at it. Write everything down you see in the picture. That's going to be important, because something in that description could be like the name of the song, could be like you don't know. So write everything down like you're writing a grocery list. Really, seriously. Write it down like a grocery list. Excuse me. When you do that, don't worry about rhyming yet or any of that. Just look at everything that's there and write it down. All the visual things that stick out. If they're standing in front of a bus, right? There's a bus behind them. Bus, you know. Sunny day. Woman's wearing a yellow dress. All that stuff. Write everything down because it's all important to what could pertain to the story idea. You know what I mean? And then the next step I want you to do is I want you to stare into the photograph until you're not even sitting here anymore at your desk or wherever you are at home. You're in this little movie up here. That's what I do every time. Every time I look at a picture, I stare at it until it dissolves, literally, mentally dissolves, and I'm in this daydream about that picture. When I come back out of that picture and I pull back and I realize I'm at my desk in my office, I start to write down also everything I saw in that little daydream. Then, once you have the story kind of figured out, then start rhyming words. Then start looking at ways you can rhyme, you know? And you know, you guys can use a rhyming dictionary. There's nothing wrong with using a rhyming dictionary. I use it every single day. You know, when I want to figure out what rhymes with a word, I want to see those words really quick. And I just go down a list. I see a word and if it pertains to my story or fits in, I'm going to use it. And it's okay to do. Everybody does it. I know tons of songwriters, they can't go anywhere without their rhyming dictionary in their phones, or sometimes people carry a pocket rhyming dictionary. So don't feel funny about doing that. Okay, anyway, guys. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you the photograph that I'm giving you tonight for your assignment. So without further ado, here is the photograph. Check it out. Okay, so you saw the picture. It's like a watercolor painting of a man and a woman looking at one another. One's red, mostly red, and the other one is mostly blue. Okay? So, and it's a white background, very stark white background. Nothing in the background. Everything's in the forefront, not in the foreground. Okay, so, I mean in the background. They're colorful. The background is just white. And one looks to me, this is how I perceived it, okay? One looked very hot and fiery. The other one looks cold and distant. To me, that's what I saw in my daydream, okay? Now, again, you're going to write what you write. Don't copy what I wrote. I want you to write your own thing, okay? So, yeah, and that's what I got out of that picture. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys what I wrote for this, okay? So, this is what I wrote for this photograph. This is my chorus, okay? Your love was hot, your heart was cold, a blazing fire, a heart of stone. The only love I've ever known, your words, they chill me to my bones. We danced in flames, now I'm alone. Your love was hot, but your heart was cold. I'll read it one more time. This is what I wrote for that. Your passion's hot, Your love was hot, your heart was cold, a blazing fire, a heart of stone, the only love I've ever known. Your words, they chill me to my bones. We danced in flames, now I'm alone. Your love was hot, your heart was cold. So that's what I wrote for that. Now, I can't wait to see what you guys write, because I know you guys are going to come out with something very, very cool. You guys have been doing a great job, really great job. On a lot of work and thought goes into what you guys are writing, and I can tell it's really good. And you're only going to get better. You know, don't be scared to try these. Just do them. You're gonna do them great. I got a melody for this too, which is really, really nice. I really like the melody I came up with for this, but that's for another day, because I just wanted to show you what I wrote lyrically to that photograph. Anyway, guys, that is all the time that we have for tonight. This is your friend, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seavey. I love you guys. Be safe and have a great evening. I will see you next time. Peace.